Okay, so just completely ignore the fact that I'm wearing a jacket, uh, because I wasn't wearing a shirt because it's boiling. Um, it is 2:35 a.m. on the 13th of January. January? What? On the 13th of July, 2025. What I wanna speak about is the music app that I have been using for donkey's years at this point, probably since like 2019, 2020, 29, around then. It's called Muzio, right? Um, the whole time I've been using it, flawless, fantastic MP3 player on my phone, right? It's got literally everything I could freaking ask for. Like, you can change how things appear, you can change freaking the covers, you can change the title. You can't change the actual file names, but I'll get into that. You can change the titles of the things. It's got playlists and all of that. It's everything. It's a fantastic music app. And years ago, they would they'd make not consistent, but they'd always have updates that made the app. It just made the app better and better, really. So I was like, this is a really good app, and I really, I like the developers. I like what they've done. Um, so I bought the premium version, like the lifetime premium version, to make sure that you don't get any ads or anything ever again. Um, because there's like a weekly model, a monthly model, a yearly model, and all of that. But I bought the one time like purchase lifetime thing because I was like, this app is really good, and I think it's worth the money to get rid of the ads, and to get all of the extra features. Like, it's customizable as well. This isn't just an advert for Museo. Like, it's definitely not an advert for Museo. Um, so like that's all in my experience, right? Like, I've had a fantastic experience with it. Um, Not anymore. Kind of. I'm still having a decent experience with the app. It's is that Meghan Markle? There's something about Serena Williams on TV. Like, it's just been playing in silence while I've been doing other stuff. Um, if you go and look at the reviews on um the freaking Google Play Store now, none of them are good. They're all one star, and it's for a variety of reasons. One of them, which I haven't necessarily had an issue with, like it hasn't been an issue for me, is apparently people that have previously paid for a lifetime, like a lifetime premium one time fee, it they later update and then they have to pay again. That hasn't happened with me. I can't remember the last time I updated it. It must have been sometime earlier this year, but either earlier this year or like late last year. Um, I haven't had to pay again, but that's also I haven't had the latest update. So I've been using it just fine, no ads. But some people have had to pay again, which really sucks because you can't. You're saying that it's lifetime, and then it's not. And then they have to pay, like, they either have to pay 3 4 months later, or they have to they have to use the subscription model, which is probably too freaking expensive. Um, the issue I've had is, and a lot of the more recent, like most recent update, um, like people that have had the most recent update, a lot of the issue that a lot of them have had is the access that Museo requires to use it. Like, you've got to give it access to like your phone calls, and the ability to draw over other apps, which is fine. Like, there's the floating player that sometimes comes up if you wanna if you wanna open a music file from like your files app. So there's that, but there's also the ability to access the phone calls, which is weird. The version that I have, every single time I open Museo, right, when it's after it's been closed, it asks to read like it asks to like be able to read phone calls. I don't obviously that I don't think that means listening into like the phone conversations that I'm having, but it's like this is a music app. Why do you need this? And apparently, after this most recent update, a problem that people are having is that when you end a phone call, every single time you end a phone call, Muzio pops up. Why? Why why do I need my music app to be doing that? Like, ooh, snap right back into Muzio after your phone call has ended. It did that anyway. Any music player will do that. If you're like watching a music video, if you're watching a YouTube video, sorry, and you have a phone call, the video will stop. You'll be on the phone call. You put the phone down. The YouTube, the YouTube thing automatically resumes sometimes. I think it might depend on like your settings. Either it will automatically resume, or it will just take you straight back to the YouTube app, and then you just press play, and then it's playing again. I don't. Why do I? It's like why do I need to give Musio all of these permissions? Like it's sus. It's very sus. Um, and again with the ads thing that like the ads problem that people are having. It's like I don't really want to support this. I know I already gave my money years ago, but I don't want to update the app if it's not going to give me like a meaningful, useful update to how I use it. Like one of the updates most recently, well I say most recently, last time I updated it was you've got like repeat a playlist, repeat this one song, play to the end of the playlist, and then I add one where it's just like plays to the end of this song and then it will stop. That's great. I love that feature. Um, it's not like a deal breaker or anything. Like if I like the fact that I didn't have it before, um, like it wasn't like my life was awful. Now this has freaking saved everything in the world. But it was a cool addition. It was a cool, useful addition that I have found use in. Why do I want to give it more permissions to my phone calls? I'm not doing that. Like I've I've supported this. I've held this app in such high regard for years, for multiple years, like over 5 years at this point, right? And it's I just again, why do I need all these permissions? So I was like, I don't really like what they're doing. Let me go and look for another music app to use. And this is where this is problems less with like the Museo app itself and more just with my personal preferences. Now, obviously, because I haven't paid for anything, the other music apps are gonna have ads. So it's about finding one that doesn't have ads or finding one that is worth paying for. Um, all of the names, right? Whenever I put a song into Museo that I've made, I rename it, right? And some of them have like demo one, demo two, and all of that. And some of them have, or all of them have the name, like the year that I made them in. And none of that transfers over to other apps, right? Um, if I go to my files, they won't come up with that stuff. They won't come up with what I've labeled it in Museo. But like that's because Museo won't be able to like actually change the file names, and because of the recent updates, I don't think I want to give it that permission. So so I was like, okay, let me move things around into folders in Museo where I can see the titles, and then I just open them in a different app. They'll all be under the folder. I can rename them there. Nope, you can't move stuff in Museo. You can't move stuff to different folders in Museo, which sucks. Like everything's in my download folder. I haven't been organizing it. I've organized it into playlists. You can save playlists from Museo. Those playlists don't transfer over to other apps yet, so I'm kind of stuck. The only thing I can do is manually rename every single thing. Manually, like, look at what it is in Muzio, look at the file name, and using, I don't know, I probably have to use my laptop, right? Change all of the file names. I can't remember how many songs I have, right? That actually like have names. There's like minus all of the blacklisted folders in Muzio. There's like 1,000 songs. There's like 1,000 freaking songs on my phone, right? So I'd probably just need like 2 to 3 days of just changing all of the file names, and I wouldn't have to do this if Muzio was still just a good music playing app, because it seems hella suspicious now. And I don't like that. So that's why I've been looking for a different one. And I haven't really found any that's like decent. There's a Samsung one, which is like fine, but I can't change the covers. I don't know how to like properly integrate the covers into music files. I don't know how to do that. There's probably a way of doing it, but I don't know how. And all of the others, it's like none of those have the covers. The covers are not, I don't care about the covers for now. What I'm worried about is the file names. Like I said, there's like 15 demos. Okay, not 15, more like 12. There's like 12, okay, there's like 14 demos of green and pink, right? I need to know which is which. It might not be important to you, it's important to me, right? I freaking paid for that like functionality. I need to, not for the functionality of renaming stuff, but just I love the app so much. So to see it go down like this is sad, really. It's sad. Like I just hope the developers, I know they won't, but I just hope the developers like see some sense and look at what the reviews are doing and realize that this is not going to make you any money. This is going to lose you money, right? I've seen the reviews go down from like 4.2 stars to like 3.4 stars. I think that's what it is now. You're going to lose users, you're going to lose money. You're going to damage your reputation. So it used to be such a good app, man, which is why I paid for it. How often do I pay for an app, right? How often do I pay for the premium version of something? I paid for the premium version of the app because the app was so good and I loved it so much. It was the best MP3 player I'd seen, right? That's why I paid for it. I'm just glad I haven't had to pay again, because I would have been instantly off. I would have found a way to transfer the file names and then I would have deleted the app, right? I would have just freaking tossed it. But knowing these things, I know that it's not going to go back to how it was. So you just kind of have to, despite all the bad reviews, suck it up and look for a different one. Now I have to spend hours changing all the file names of my music and using a different app. Like, if it continues like that, I will not be updating it, because freaking my white noise app, that thing is so outdated. It doesn't support ads anymore, which I think is hilarious. But you know, because the app's gone to freaking pot, I've got to spend hours changing the file names, and then you lose a user, you lose someone who's supported the app for like half a decade. Like, that's how it is, I suppose.